Good morning, folks. Kevin Dodson coming to you here from Carolina Firearms Training and Gun Sales Incorporated. We're located in Sanford, North Carolina. This is also KDOD 357. That's my handle name for YouTube channel. I'm going to do a little segment here about this sort of ties into our concealed carry classes, the series that I'm doing for concealed carry on my videos. And one of them, the question that comes up is, hey, Kevin, what do I do when if I go through states that are perhaps not on the 36 state law of reciprocity? What do I do? What are the consequences if I go through that state and it comes to light that I got a firearm on me? Well, of course, if you go through one of these states that's not on the law of reciprocity, which means they're probably not a very gun-friendly state, you run the risk of being arrested. If they take your gun, you're probably not going to get it back. So you need to know the potential consequences for going through a state. And the thing is, you may be able to go through some of these states, but they might want you to have the handgun in a particular configuration in order to traverse through one of these states. Perhaps, they want you to have the gun in the trunk of the vehicle. Sometimes they want you to have the ammo and the weapon separate and apart from each other. Some of these states actually want you to have the weapon field stripped and the ammo, of course, separate and apart from the firearm. But what I like, we sell a lot of these. You can get them. You can order them off of Amazon but we sell them here at our store, and the nice thing is they're revised every year. This is called the Traveler's Guide to Firearms Laws of the 50 States. This is an awesome book. If you travel any at all throughout the United States, this is a must, especially if, obviously, you're going to carry a gun for defense. If you notice, it says 2017, so they revise this pretty much every year because laws change, right? So, but this is really neat. So just the traveler's checklist, let me read this off to you real quick because it addresses each one of these checkpoints in every single state. So traveler's checklist would be, it talks about standard firearms ownership, semi-auto gun, high-capacity magazines, machine gun suppressor ownership, firearms laws uniformity, right of self-defense, talks about, if this state has castle doctrine law, what's your right to self-defense when you're in your home. Addresses open carry, whether they have it or they don't. Constitutional or no permit required concealed carry. Out-of-state permit recognition. Weapons allowed for licensed carry. Vehicle carry by non-permittees. State parks, restaurants serving alcohol. Duty to notify a law enforcement officer of permit status. Vehicle gun possession at colleges. Vehicle gun possession at K-12 schools. And it just goes on. It's just a wealth of information. And it's kind of neat. They actually have a scale here. Basically, it's labeled total freedom. Pretty much, if this is a very gun-friendly state, they get a high score, up to 100. If it's if they're not very friendly as far as firearms goes, and your right to self-defense is going to get a lower score. So, Traveler's Guide to the Firearms Laws of the 50 States. You can get it at our store here at 1606 Westover Drive in Sanford, or you can, order it online from Amazon or what have you. It's about 14 bucks, but this is a must-have if you travel. So this will probably be labeled as segment 4 because this is an important part. It addresses law of reciprocity. There are 36 states that recognize the North Carolina concealed carry permit. In other words, there's 36 states that you as a North Carolina citizen can go into, and all that means, though, is that means that you can carry a handgun concealed in one of these 36 states. And we'll talk about the reciprocity later on in this series. But that's all that it means. It doesn't mean anything. It makes no mention of your use of force, use of deadly force, castle doctrine law, or anything like that. All the law of reciprocity allows you to do is carry a firearm concealed in those states. It's your responsibility to know the laws in that particular state. So, till next time, be safe, guys.